College of People's Judges, Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Act governing resumption of work of Supreme Court of the USSR. On the basis of the Constitution of the USSR, Basic Law of 1977, Article Number 1, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics is a socialist nationwide state that expresses the will and interests of the workers, peasants, and intelligentsia, working people of all nations and nationalities of the country. Article 2. All power in the USSR belongs to the people. The people exercise state power through the Soviets of People's Deputies, which make up the political basis of the USSR. All other state bodies are controlled and accountable to the Councils of People's Deputies. Article 5. The most important issues of state life are submitted for public discussion, as well as put to a popular vote referendum. Article 9. The main direction of development of the political system of Soviet society is the further development of socialist democracy, an ever-increasing participation of citizens in managing the affairs of the state and society, improving the state apparatus, increasing the activity of public organizations, strengthening public control, strengthening the legal basis of state and public life, expanding publicity, constant consideration of public opinion. Article 62. A citizen of the USSR is obliged to protect interests of the Soviet state, contribute to the strengthening of its power and authority. The defense of the socialist fatherland is the sacred duty of every citizen of the USSR. Treason to the motherland is a grave crime against the people. In connection with the current situation, namely the seizure of all branches of power by terrorist groups, whose purpose is the genocide of the people and personal enrichment, the will of the people, and in accordance with Articles number 1, 2, 5, 9, 62 of the Constitution, Fundamental Law of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics of October 7, 1977, and on the basis of directed acts, trust from the USSR SND, public organizations and trade unions, the Supreme Court of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics resumes their activity, which is the defense of the people. To consider any encroachment and criticism of this decision as extremism and counteraction of terrorist organizations by the Russian Federation, Russia. The work of the Supreme Court of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics shall be resumed from October 10, 2019. The undersigned, the College of People's Judges, Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Chairman of the Board of People's Judges of the USSR, Grishin. People's Judge of the USSR, Malyshev. People's Judge of the USSR, Katkova. People's Judge of the USSR, Spirin. People's Judge of the USSR, Kolesnyak. People's Judge of the USSR, Matveyeva. People's Judge of the USSR, Pishikov. People's Judge of the USSR, Bulchenko. People's Judge of the USSR, Shalupin. People's Judge of the USSR, Melichova. People's Judge of the USSR, Yudin. People's Judge of the Azerbaijan Socialist Republic, Hasanov. People's Judge of the Moldavian Socialist Republic, Kumatrenko. Authorized Representative, Secretary of the People's Court of the USSR in Germany, Jakob Rannert.